Hey guys, what's up? June here. And I know it's been a super long as hell time, but recently I have saw a DC animated movie that has really caught my eyes. Not my heart, but it's not a perfect movie, but it's really good. Called DC, not, what the fuck am I saying? Batman vs. Robin. I know. Super original title, but hey, you know what? No one is blaming them for getting that title, even though there's like little bit of fighting for Robin and Batman. But whatever, we'll talk about that later. Let's first talk about a little bit of the graphic, or not graphic, a little bit of the animation, because DC animation, they tend to be a lot better when it comes to animated series. Hence their, older shows. But yeah, this one is, I don't want to say it's super high quality, but just enough of a budget to make it look good. And, oh man, the animation isn't especially, super awesome to me, but it feels like the same people that did Son of Batman did this, so, it's the same story-ish. Anyway, let's talk about the characters now, since the graphics aren't exactly good. We got Nightwing. He's cool, badass, I kind of spoiled that a little, because, seriously, you could see him that he's already in the fucking trailer, so, he's in there. He is basically like a brother figure to Damian, except Damian doesn't exactly look up to him. Because, according to the comics, Damian looked up to other people a bit more, like Tim Drake and Red Hood. But, of course, they're not in this movie. That's what sucks about it. If only they summed out every single one of them. But you know what? I'm not gonna go into that until later on. Another character would be Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne, he just feels like a little kid at this. But he is a pretty badass little kid. Like Batman has said, he's not exactly his age. He's a grown man inside a kid's body, basically. I might have paraphrased that a little, sorry. Next up would be Batman. Of course, this movie is about Batman, so obviously he's badass. The voice, I actually like his voice a bit more than Kevin Conroy, and Kevin Conroy is Thomas Wayne in this movie, Bruce Wayne's father, so, you could have some kind of comparison there. Yeah, and then there's Talon from the owls, the court owls. Talon, he has a really, really deep voice. I'm not sure if he was supposed to confuse the, comic book readers, that he would be, friggin' what's his name? Dick Grayson's grandfather or great-great-grandfather, because he is, when you see, I might be spoiling this a little bit, just a little bit, but you'll later find out that Talon isn't exactly undead, unlike in the comic books. So it feels like his voice is really not that good for the character itself, because he's an original character, which I don't think they ever said his name other than just Talon. But yeah, he looks like he should be around Nightwing's age, so how come his voice isn't exactly like Nightwing? No two people's voice are the same thing, obviously, but should he sound a bit younger? Just saying. He sounds a really bit too old for his age. But yeah, and the final character would have to be, I don't want to say Alfred, because Alfred isn't exactly a main character in this. But yeah, not like, he had a bigger role in the last movie. But in this movie, there's the court owl. The court owl is a it feels like they had a dramatic change, yet not exactly a dramatic change compared to the comics. I don't want to spoil too much of it, so let's just move on. Let's see. Batman, he is somewhat more of a father figure for Damian Wayne. Like, just because he's not, like they said it in the movie, just because he's a biological father to Damian Wayne doesn't mean he should be considered as his father. I mean, he has power over him, that's for sure, but what else does he have over him? I mean, they're basically on the same level when it comes to fighting skills, but when it comes to experience, obviously Batman has more. So that's why Damian Wayne keeps telling himself that justice, not vengeance, because killing isn't exactly right. You get what I mean? But yeah. Man, I wish I could talk more about Nightwing, but Nightwing, other than just being like a small brother figure for Damian Wayne, he's pretty much, it feels like he's useless. I mean, he fought a lot of enemies throughout this movie, but other than that, when he fought against like Damian and the Talon, he basically didn't exactly do a gigantic impact. It would have been cooler if they did he did have a bigger role. You get what I mean? Like in the comic books, in the side story, I mean. Yeah. Other than that, like, I might be going into a bit of a spoiler territory here, but of course, Robin fights Batman, and the way that they choreographed the fight was somewhat really cool compared to the last movie. I watched Son of Batman, and the fighting scenes weren't exactly the best compared to this movie, so this movie definitely has that going for it. Talon, it feels like there should have been more of an origin story for him, but his origin story suits him decently well. I mean, he's not special. He's like the person behind Talon, like the character behind Mask, is actually, I believe he is original. But yeah, he's a cool character. I mean, I would like to see him more in comics if possible. But other than that, they never really specified his name, which kind of sucked. Yeah. But when the Court Owl was playing tricks and stuff to Batman, right? Like, of course, Batman has his detective skill. He could, like, determine a lot of things about the Court Owl. Like, it even showed him when he was little how he was trying to determine if the Court Owl actually, like, killed his family or not. Which was kind of cool. But other than that, I mean, it didn't exactly, like, all those flashbacks wasn't exactly, you know, characters defining or anything like that. Sometimes I feel like those were a bit of a filler too, which is kind of sad, but it kind of explains the story, kind of. Yeah, when when the Court Owl was playing tricks with Batman, like when he was trapped in that maze, they barely had a scene like within that maze. Like, they obviously played tricks on him, but they should have made it more like Batman was going more insane, because in this movie, it just showed him that he should be doing more to support Damian. But instead, he was just, you know, not going through exactly like the comics. But I like the way that the comics did it more. But yeah, and the biggest thing that happened in this movie that didn't exactly happen in this movie, which kind of broke my heart, was that they basically, I'm gonna spoil this, but they didn't exactly fought, like, they fought all of the Court Owl, like, warrior talents over centuries, the ones that got resurrected and all that, like Batman and Nightwing and Damian, essentially they were able to fight them all off with that gigantic mech of a, suit. Other than that, they didn't exactly summon out all family members to all the Bat family to fight the Night Owl or the Court of Night Owl or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm messing this up. But yeah, I wish they just summoned out the whole family to fight it. Of course, there wasn't enough minutes or time for this movie, and the budget, I'm gonna guess that the budget is very limited for this movie. So I hope that the next movie have a bigger budget. But other than that, I would give this movie a 7 out of 10 or 7.5. It wasn't my favorite, that's for sure. I just wish it was better. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Please like, comment, subscribe. I feel so bad saying it, but thank you for watching. I'm coming back. Hopefully. Thank you so much for watching it. I'll see you guys in the next review or whatever video I'm doing next. See you around. Bye. Thank you for sticking around. Please like, comment, subscribe. I feel so bad saying it, but thank you for watching. I'm coming back. Hopefully. Thank you so much for watching it. I'll see you guys in the next review or whatever video I'm doing next. See you around. Bye. Bye.